Here's Anthony and Alex with an AMI This Week shortcut.
You know, Alex, I have a twin.
Yeah, Anthony, I did know that. But now on to something I have absolutely zero knowledge of.
Oh, there are a number of jokes I can make with that statement, but go on. What might that be?
Well, makeup, of course.
I should have known. Actually, besides the powder that we wear for this show, I don't know anything about makeup either.
Well, lucky for us, someone on the AMI team does, and we just heard from her in the last segment.
Ottawa presenter, Shelby Travers.
She's practically an expert on the subject, which is why we're about to share the first segment in a new series where Shelby offers up tips and tricks for those who are blind and partially sighted and enjoy wearing makeup. Maybe I'll even learn how to apply my TV makeup better.
Yeah, I can tell that you did it yourself today.
Yeah, I did.
Here's Shelby Travers, Blind Beauty.
The first step to any art project is getting the perfect canvas. In Blind Beauty, the canvas we're referring to is skin. And skin is the biggest organ, so of course you're gonna wanna spend some time on it.
And we'll start with a blank canvas every time. From there, you'll learn about applying foundation, the area where I first fell in love with makeup.
The first tip with foundation is you need to get your color right. When you're blind or low vision, picking out the right color can be difficult. So going to Sephora can be really helpful because they've got the people with the trained eye and technology that helps. I personally have dry skin, so therefore I tend to go with something that's more water-based and a little bit more dewy in consistency. Therefore, I don't end up being dry and cracky all day. Then we move on to concealer. Concealer, once again, is about shade. But sometimes it's good to get a shade lighter than your skin if you're pairing it with foundation to help with the highlighting process and the face framing.
If there's one bit of makeup application you're going to want to do, it's mascara.
It can just make you look a little bit more polished, and it can take all of like 2 minutes. Mini mascaras turn out to be a blind person's best friend when coming to doing the lashes. With a mini mascara, the wand is a lot shorter, and therefore you can get a lot closer to the eye without stabbing yourself.
To really take your makeup application to the next level, I'll give you tips and tricks on contouring and highlighting.
What we're doing is adding contour, which is shadow, and highlight, which is a lighter color that's going to bring focus to your face and bring things forward. Whether it be going from a day look to a night look, preparing for a special event, or just something to have fun with. With contouring, you can either choose to use cream or a powder product. With contour and highlighting being all about shadow and light perception, we're going to want to put that cool brown tone in anywhere we'd want to create a shadow. For example, a cheekbone is something that people always want structured.
Believe it or not, eyebrows are not just there for decoration. Focusing on shaping them to flatter your face is an important step to your makeup transformation.
Whether you have thin, sparse brows or thick brows, there's ways on making them look amazing. With fuller brows, you're going to want to use a Tinted Brow Gel. One with fibers in it is going to step you up that next level. This is what I use because I actually have quite full brows with a lot of hair. If you've got more sparse brows or very thin brows with not much hair, a retractable pencil will be your best friend.
And although applying eyeshadow may be tough to learn, you can really let your creative juices flow.
So yes, eyeshadow is all about creativity, but there's going to be these tips and tricks that will help you for getting a consistent, blended, seamless look. The first thing to note is that you like to use a transition color. Often this can be seen as some sort of light brown that will emulate the shadow of your skin. If you're really feeling like you need something at the end of the day, add some shimmer on. I like to use shimmers with my finger. I find the warmth of it helps create the pigments a little bit brighter, and it's very simple to use.
I'm so excited to share one of my favorite things with you, makeup, today and in future Blind Beauty segments.